Are you qualified to do those exercises that you're doing? Did you even know that you have to? More about that on today's video. Welcome to today's competence video with us at Goat Sports. My name is Adrian and together with me is my colleague, Martin Stranta. So Martin, today we're going to talk about qualifying ourselves in order to perform certain exercises. Now, what does that even mean?
So what that means is that we have the right preconditions to perform an exercise. So let's say we were doing a shoulder press, that we maybe have the right shoulder mobility, or we're doing some type of lunge or squat, that we have the right hip mobility. So we have the right conditions to perform that exercise.
And that's about the same thing as if you want to run a marathon, we need to start maybe running 1 kilometer.
Exactly.
And before doing that, we need to learn how to walk and so on.
Yeah.
So that's technically the qualifications of it. So let's say someone does not have the qualifications. What could that lead to?
I mean, in the long term, it could lead to an injury, or that you get some aches and pains during the exercise. And you might not get the results you want as well. So, I mean, the worst part is you might get an injury.
When someone goes to the gym, what can they experience when doing exercises if they know or don't know if they're qualified of doing it?
I mean, if let's say you're doing a type of exercise that you might not have the right mobility for, you might not be feeling in the right place. So if you want to train shoulders, but you start feeling your back is hurting, that might be, okay, there's some mobility issue, or you might start hurting some aches and pain in your shoulder. So some type of like discomfort, like, okay, this isn't feeling the way it should be feeling.
And this is something we technically do with all our clients when we do our screenings. So we make sure that they have the right mobility or stability or anything else in order to do what they want to do. Now, it's not as easy to talk about it, but we're actually going to show you guys at home a few stuff of what we do when we do the screening.
All right, so we're going to perform a straight arm test, and this is to see if we have the correct qualifications to do something over our head. Let's say a shoulder press, a pull-up, or maybe putting and picking something up over your head. So Adrian's going to perform a straight arm test. So what I want you to do, Adrian, is take your left arm and then point it straight out and then slowly straighten out over your head, okay? So while he's doing this, I might be looking at his lower back, I'm looking at his shoulder to see if there's any mobility issues. Maybe he's making some type of pain, and this is like making his face, so I can see the pain, but this looks very good. So come back down, and now show me if you would be maybe stiff in your shoulder. How far would you come?
Probably come here.
Exactly, so here we have a shoulder mobility issue because he can't come that far. Maybe he's tight in his muscles, maybe there's some pain in his joint, and you can come back down. Let's say that's how far he would get. Maybe this would be something we have to work on, because if you only get that far, that's going to be a problem when you're doing something over your head. So if you're doing a shoulder press and you have limited shoulder mobility, that could lead to injury in the end. Okay, let's do that one more time, but this time arch your back.
All right. Stop here.
So he's coming up, and what he's doing now is arching his lower back and then come back down. So when he's arching his lower back, that means that you're compensating to get to that position because you don't have that mobility. So your body's compensating, try to fix that issue.
So does that mean that it's every kind of exercise or any kind of workout equipment? So in order to press over my head?
So if you have limited shoulder mobility, there's different kind of equipment that you can use. So let's say you're using a dumbbell or a barbell, it's very fixed and you have to have really good shoulder mobility to press it over your head. But if you maybe have a kettlebell, you can put it and you can put the weight behind you, so that way you can kind of press it slightly diagonally up, so you can kind of work around that issue. Meanwhile, you're working on your mobility, flexibility in your shoulder. So
it's not like if I can't, I shouldn't. It's just that I need to find which way I'm able to perform the exercise.
Exactly. And now we only did that test on the left side. We could also have to compare it on your right side. So there could be a difference between your left and right.
Usually you're more stiff on your dominant side, isn't that correct?
It could be, definitely.
So if you're holding a barbell, that means that one hand could actually go further back than the other.
Yeah, so you could be like pressing it, yeah. And you have to twist your body to kind of get through that problem.
I think a lot of people know why when they press with a barbell that they start feeling in the lower back after that.
Yes, that's one issue. And when we kind of try to address that issue, if you're more stiff on the right side, we might put an extra stretch on the right side. So you could be stretching right, left, and then back to your right side.
All right, thank you so much, Coach, for the insights on how to do and qualify someone. So just to summarize a little bit, why we need to qualify in order to do a couple of exercises is that we want to get the right results from it. Sometimes we'll feel pain in certain places, or we not even know which muscles should be training. So it's very important to actually find that out to make sure that whatever training goals we have, we're on the right path of reaching them. Just like running a marathon, we need to start with getting our steps right in the beginning. Then we can always add on and add on. So more of these competence videos here on our platform every week. And until then, take care.